Hello and welcome. Well, campus unrest is back in the news this year. We've seen what has been happening in Delhi University's Ramjas College, and then the kind of attacks that have taken place against an LSR student, Gurmeher Kaur, for a video that she had made last year on her father's death. He was killed in a counter-insurgency operation in an encounter with terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir in 1999. And someone who's been in the middle of these news headlines for the past few days has been Minister of State for Home, Kiren Rijiju, who joins us now on NDTV this morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Rijiju, for speaking to us. Can I first ask you a broad question about why we're seeing this kind of unrest on campuses? It was JNU last year. This year we're seeing this playing out in Delhi University. There's been a professor who's been suspended from a university in Rajasthan for organizing a seminar. There was something that happened with an IIT study circle in Chennai. Why have these incidents been increasing in the last couple of years?
I think there's a change in atmosphere. In Delhi University, I had been there for a long time. I passed out from Hansraj College, then I joined Faculty of Law. So I spent a very long time in Delhi University. We used to see intense debate, discussions, even sloganeering, protest. Lots of things used to happen in colleges and universities, and there's nothing unusual about that. And colleges and universities must be full of activities. There's no second thought about that. What is difference now? What we are seeing is a deep ideological rift is very much into the picture. As long as students involved in the activities which is in conformity with the guidelines of their administration, it's good. Because government cannot regulate the administration of a college university. They have their own local administration. We cannot interfere into their activities. We come into picture only when there is a big law and order issue, because state or the government is responsible to the law and order. So we come into the picture. I feel that in JNU also, for the long time, there was a sharp division between the far leftist and the other group, the center or the right wing. But the problem started when there was a report of slogans anti-India, slogans in support of Afzal Guru, slogans in support of some separatists. So that was the trigger point. Otherwise, merely on the basis of any differences in ideology, it should not become such a huge issue for the nation, because for the government, we are focused on the governance.
But
we have
Mr.
nothing to do with the student politics.
The police comes under you, and it's, for instance, you spoke of JNU. It's been a year since those slogans were shouted there, and no charge sheet has been filed, and we don't actually have any arrests in terms of those people who allegedly came from outside and shouted those slogans. What is the status of that investigation?
Well, we have not gone into the detail of the investigation because we are too busy into our governance, and we don't seek the report about the status of the investigation and about the charge sheet. But what I want to bring out the point here is, the charge is about the sedition. Sedition law is not elaborate in India. I had spoken in the parliament also. In one instance, the court says that merely speaking anti-India is not amounting to sedition. It has to be backed by some action which is detrimental or which is
should
effective.
incite violence, yeah.
Or it's incite violence. In another case, merely somebody spoke against Jawaharlal Nehru government, not against the country. Speaking against the government was confirmed as sedition. Many people may pick up some point to suit their argument.
It can be misused.
But that's what I'm saying. So the law of sedition is not very clear. Once it is defined very clearly, then it is easier for the court to interpret their pronouncement. So right now that is not the case. So police.
Are you saying the government wants to bring in a new version of the sedition?
No, I don't
or
say that. What I said in the parliament was that government is in favor of much clarity in its definition. Now, with regard to the charge sheet, we are saying that taking too much time.
There is no charge sheet. It's been a year. So I
That's
was
what
asking
I'm saying.
why.
That is the point why I'm giving this background. That since police must frame a charge sheet which must stand before the court of law. They cannot just make a frivolous points in the charge sheet. So definitely because of the law is quite vague and quite large, they are trying to probably make up a proper case so that the court will take cognizance of the charges being filed. So that is why they are taking time maybe.
Because
Well,
there is-
I have not gone to the report. Maybe if necessary we can ask the status, but we can go into detail of the charge sheet.
Let me ask you though, on the episode that you've sort of been dragged into in the last few days about the LSR student Gurmeher Kaur and the video she had put up. You said and you tweeted, "Who is polluting this young girl's mind? A strong armed force prevents war. India never attacked anyone, but a weak India was always invaded." Firstly, why did you presume that somebody is polluting her mind?
No, no, it's not presumption. It's very clear. No, there's nothing called.
It's clear to you that someone's polluting her mind.
Yeah, definitely, because
Why?
she's a young girl. She's a 20 years old girl. She has not seen the world yet. She has her own mind to speak her opinion, to frame her own opinion. She has absolute right. But you see, she tweets something and people are using her as a pawn. You see, so by targeting those people who are polluting her mind, I'm very specific actually.